and welcome to Italy, a place to love YouTube channel, the channel where I like to show the properties for sale in the Italian market. In each video I select a property in a different town in one of the beautiful regions of Italy. Okay, so today's video is about all the Tuscany lovers. So I bring you back to a property for sale in Tuscany, and we are talking about Lucca Province. Now, as you saw yesterday, I've made a video about the cheap properties for sale in Lucca Province. Cheap, inexpensive properties, so I mean under 60,000 euro on Idealista. You can see the video on my channel, yesterday's video. And so basically I'm investigating now this week. I will make a few videos about inexpensive properties in Lucca Province. So basically today, Saturday, then Monday and Wednesday, these 3 days of the following week, I will cover 3 properties, inexpensive properties in Lucca Province. Okay, so after this short introduction, let's talk about today's property. Now, as you see, we are talking about a detached house for sale in via Fiano, Pescaglia. So we are in a small municipality in Lucca Province. So all again for all the Tuscany lovers. The property price is 45,000 euro. Now, here I have to say that under 40,000, I'd say it's very hard to find properties in a very good condition or in a good condition. Between 40 and 50, let's say, not many. I found a few. Or between 50 and 60, let's say, with this budget, the chances to find better properties increase. Okay, then we are talking about 80 square meters and 5 rooms. Obviously, again, I want to put the accent on the fact that 45,000 euro in this area is a very low budget, so we cannot expect to find massive properties, fully renovated or in a very good condition or with garages. So, anyway. After this short introduction, now let's go to Google Maps, simply to understand where we are on the map of Italy. So basically, we are in the northern part of Tuscany region, as I said, and so we are in Lucca Province, Lucca, one of the most beautiful and wanted town by the expats in Italy. Then we are also not very far from Pisa, okay, another beautiful town in Tuscany, beautiful city. Then we are not far from the coast, we are not very far from the seaside, where we find Viareggio, Lido di Camaiore, and Forte dei Marmi. These are very extremely attractive touristic destinations. Camaiore, Viareggio, Forte dei Marmi. Okay. Okay, so let's zoom in. So basically, of course, we are not in Lucca, because obviously the properties in Lucca area are much more expensive. Then as soon as we move a bit out from Lucca, so we see then this valley here. Then obviously the property we found is here. Let's say that in this area, in all this valley here, but then we are getting far from Lucca, so in this area we might find anyway uh, cheaper properties. So not very expensive properties, but we are nearly kind of 1 hour away from Lucca, but still we are in Lucca Province. So via Mezzofiano, I'm zooming in now just to show you this lovely town, small hamlet, anyway, in the beautiful Garfagnana Hills. All right, this is what is called this area, this Tuscany area. We have Maremma, which is in the southern part of Tuscany, Garfagnana, which is in the northern part. So anyway, here we have this lovely town. It's not really a small hamlet, let's say. It's a small town. bigger than a hamlet. All right, now let's go back to Idealista, simply to show you the link that you can find under the description of the video. If you're interested to have a look in the search that I've done in yesterday's video to find the properties under 60,000 euro. And the field, actually, let's say that in Lucca Province we found 14,000 properties for sale in all the province. After the filters that I have selected, we drop to 124. Now, the filters that I have selected are maximum price 60,000 euro, only houses, no auction properties, minimum 2 rooms, and good condition. All right, I couldn't select 2 bathrooms, I couldn't select the garage or terrace because obviously the amount of properties would have dropped drastically. Anyway, you can find this link under the description of the video if you are curious and you want to see the properties for sale in Lucca Province under 60,000 euro. Let's go back finally to the property that I want to show you today. But before I read the description, as usual, please put like and subscribe if you like my work, if you like this type of content, if you are satisfied with my videos, it's highly appreciated. All right, so let's recap. Tuscany Region, Lucca Province, Pescaglia, 45,000 euro, 80 square meters, which is around 900 square feet. Okay, now corner terraced house with hill views, very bright, consisting of a cellar and entrance on the ground floor. So we have a ground floor with the entrance and a cellar. Kitchen, dining room, large living room with terrace on the first floor. So on the first floor we have kitchen, we have an eating kitchen, dining room, large living room, let's see, terrace, and then on the second floor we have 1 bedroom, 1 small bedroom, which can be used as a study, and bathroom on the second floor. Okay, then we have we have natural gas heating system with radiators and electrical system approximately 10 years old. So that's a plus because most of these houses here don't have an heating system. Under 60,000 euros. Electrical system, it says 10 years old, means that it's quite new, renovated, so we don't have to spend money to upgrade these things. Then asking price 50,000 euro, including furniture. Now here the advertise says 45, so I take as a selling price 45,000 euro, not 50 actually. And because this, I can already understand that if I offer 40, they might be happy. Public parking, a short walk from the house. Okay, so there's not just parking space in front of the house, but in a short distance. Hamlet of the municipality of Pescaglia. Okay, yes, so we are in Via Mezzofiano and we are in this small hamlet in Pescaglia Municipality, a characteristic village setting and whatever, and so on. Basic features: detached house, 3 floors, 80 square meters built, 900 square feet, 5 rooms, 1 bathroom, terrace. So there is a terrace. Hopefully they have pictures. Second hand, good condition, storage room, which is always important. Now, orientation, north, south, east, and west. This make me think that is a detached house. Built in 1970, individual heating, propane, butane gas, natural gas. Okay, so let's go just to investigate the price per square meter. Now, the price per square meter is 562 euro. I'd say that for this area, where it's very hard to find properties for sale under 1,000 euro, I'd say 562. Anyway, it's a good value. It's a good amount of money. 562 is not very high, let's say. Okay, then overall, anyway, we'll check the distances later on to the main towns, to the main destinations. But now let's focus on the pictures of the property. And let's see, let's investigate. Okay, now here we are in the entrance on the ground floor, where it says that there is a storage room on the ground floor. Okay, on the entrance floor, we have the entrance, so we have this hall, okay, quite decent sized hall. Then straight away, I pay my attention to the radiators, also to the electrical system, which it's mentioned anyway, was renovated kind of recently. Anyway, for me, that's very important. And also we have beautiful floor tiles, okay. Then overall, by this picture, I'd say I see a property in a good condition overall. So the entrance is just behind who took the picture. Okay, now here we are in the kitchen. Decent sized kitchen. Now they're selling the house with furnished, okay, which is a plus. So with appliances, then I see the washing machine, the dishwasher, and the oven. The kitchen, overall, the appliances in the kitchen are in a good condition. Then we have a new radiator under the window. Pity that they took the picture anyway with closed blinds here. That's a bit a pity. Then anyway, we have the windows don't look like are not double glazed windows. But what else I can say? I see this double window here, that triple, let's say, with the blinds, the windows, and these internal blinds. Let's say it might give the right insulation even without changing the window frames. Okay. Then I see on the right the new electrical system, all the switches for the house. Overall, anyway, I see an interesting space, interesting kitchen. Now, here we have a lovely living area. I like this living space. Let's go back 1 second. The kitchen floor tiles are in order, are in a good condition. Okay, then here we are in the living room, which is a quite spacious living area, also used as a dining area. You know very well, I keep repeating this in all my videos, that Italians love to put dining tables everywhere, as many as possible, in every house. Anyway, then I foresee just a tiny bit on the left-hand side of the picture, I see anyway the balcony door, terrace door. Okay, it says there is a terrace. And then we have another window, which is a pity they kept closed. They rather kept the lights on to take pictures. But anyway, we have a quite spacious area, which is nice, welcoming, just after the stairs. So from the ground floor leading to this lovely living area. Now here we are back to the kitchen, which we have already inspected. Better view with the fridge here on the very left. Okay, interesting. So the washing machine was installed behind this cabinet under the microwave, which is interesting. Nice. Okay, then here I think from the kitchen we also have access to the terrace, because unless or no, I think this is the way to go to the living area. Okay, bright. Anyway, I can say that it's bright because I foresee the light behind the blinds. Anyway, again, pity they took the picture with closed blinds and lights on. Here we have another picture of the kitchen. So it's a decent sized kitchen also because the table is not very small. All right, here we are in the bedroom. So this is the master bedroom. Again, we are talking about 80 square meters. So 900 square feet is not really a big size, but sometimes the smaller, even the cheaper is to maintain the house, in particular during the wintry months. So bills might not be very high to heat a house of this size, which is if it's over 100, 150 or 200 square meters, obviously we nearly double or triple the amount of money we spend to heat the property. So this could be an interesting property as a holiday home, but even as a residential unit all the year around for a couple. Okay, anyway, here we are on the second floor because it says that the bedrooms are on the second floor. The floor tiles are a bit old but stylish. Then I see the radiator under the window. Okay, it's a bit a narrow, maybe it's only the perspective of sometimes. Anyway, they use these cameras, to make it, to take all the space just in one shot and looks a bit narrow, let's say, but quite long. I think is only the perspective. I mean, I think the room is wide enough and not extremely long as it looks like here. Anyway, we have a big piece of wardrobe here, huge wardrobe, like in many of the properties that we are watching here on my channel. We see that all the bedrooms have massive wardrobes, chest of drawers, and again, I like these floor tiles. I like. They are old, but they are quality. They are good enough. Even if we might see a bit of different color on the patterns, I see a scheme. There is a scheme typical of the 60s. Maybe some tiles have been changed, some are older, some are a bit newer, but I see there is a kind of rectangular pattern that goes under the bed. Anyway, we have lovely room with window. The structure of the property is in a good condition. Yeah, anyway, I'd say that the room, it is long. The room is long because anyway, we have this big wardrobe. Okay, sorry, I twist my head like probably all of you are doing now to understand. So here we have the landing space on the second floor, and we can foresee at the bottom on the right the pattern as well of these lovely cementina tiles. Okay, here we have the stairs leading from the first floor to the second floor, where we also have a window, all right, in the stairs. Okay, here we have the second bedroom, which is sold as a single bedroom. All right. Now in this room, again, which it looks longer and a bit narrow, but not very very small. Okay, here it fits one single bed. This could be a studio or could be a guest room, let's say. I see better two single beds than one double bed or a bunk bed in case we want to have a guest room, another big wardrobe. And we can see also here the pattern of the tiles, which are made in 1960s, but beautiful tiles, beautiful pattern with this rectangular shape in the middle of the room. Okay, another picture. Then the structure of the property overall looks in a good condition. Okay, small bathroom. I have to say, we have a window, but again, for 45,000 euro in this area. All I can say here, anyway, that the bathroom is not in a very bad condition. So could even be kept like this. I'd say the tiles, I don't see it dirty, I don't see it destroyed. It's a bit small, obviously, but anyway, nice, interesting bathroom. Okay. Okay, another picture of the bathroom, a bit small sink. Anyway, maybe the bathroom would be the only room where I would do maybe something to try to upgrade. Here we have the stairs. I don't understand if these are the stairs from the ground to the first floor or from the first floor to the second. But we have anyway. Let's go back 1 second to see the pictures of the stairs previously taken. Looks like different. Yeah, here we have the window, we have these vases here. Okay, this could be taken from behind, so we might have the window behind, so we are from the first to the second floor. Again, this picture was already shown, also this picture. And here we are on the ground floor, where we have this cellar. Okay, storage room. Interesting. Interesting space. So anyway, use it as a storage room or as a pantry. Okay. With a window. Anyway, we have a window, so that's an interesting. Maybe could be renovated and create. Maybe create. Anyway, it's an interesting room. Interesting room. So we have basically. So we are on the ground floor. We have the door here, which creates a separate room. Then we see new switches for the electricity, new gas boiler with all the pipes and all the work well done here in this room. Then I see plenty of bottle of wines here, storage. This could be a little laboratory, little tavern, let's say, space, anyway, to do some activities, hobby room. Okay, here we are back in the kitchen. This is simply another view of the kitchen. Okay. So from the kitchen we see the living area. This probably, they said the bathroom is on the second floor. I think I need to go back to understand. Or from here there are the stairs leading to the second floor. I will go back to read the description if the bathroom is on the first or on the second floor. Okay, here we have the terrace. Here we have the view from the terrace to the house, to the living area. Bathroom. Okay, there is a video. Let's watch quickly. It's a very short video. 24 seconds. So from the ground floor, we are going up to the living area. Okay, finished. Pity they show only this small video, short video. Okay, let's go just to understand if the bathroom, one bedroom, one small bedroom, study, and bathroom on the second floor. Okay, not on the first. On the first, we have just kitchen, dining room, and living area with terrace. Okay. Anyway, the house is bright, is interesting, is nice. Okay, now let's go to understand the nearest locations around the house. Okay. So let's zoom out a bit more. So San Martino, Infreddana, Monsagrati, which it looks like a bigger town where we might find already all type of services. Let's see, San Martino, Infreddana, Monsagrati. Let's see how far we are from the nearest biggest town. San Martino, Infreddana, Freddana, Monsagrati, Lucca. Okay, 13 minutes to reach this destination. Okay, then let's investigate. For example, let's go. Okay, Lucca is quite close. Let's see Lucca, because anyway, let's see how far we are from Lucca. Only 28 minutes. Wow, that's amazing. I thought was more than 1 hour or 1 hour driving, but it's only 28 minutes driving, which is very, very interesting. And so in less than half an hour, we are in Lucca. So basically where we have all type of services. Here we have San Martino in Freddana Monsagrati. Then down this road, we reach Lucca. As we can see here, we have the historical part, Lucca historical part. Then if we drive this way, Sesto Amoriano, we have Ponte Amoriano, other towns in this area, Pastino. Okay. Anyway, that's quite interesting that I thought it wasn't that close to Lucca. Okay, let's see, for example, now let's investigate Pisa, for example, how far we are from Pisa. 51 minutes, so less than 1 hour, and we are in Pisa, which is extremely interesting. Then Viareggio, let's check Viareggio, which is on the sea. So in 39 minutes, we are in Viareggio, very famous for the carnival. Okay, I think that's the nearest seaside location. Anyway, we have beautiful beaches here. So Viareggio, Lido di Camaiore, and Forte dei Marmi. Let's have a look. Forte dei Marmi. Here we are also not very, very far from Le Cinque Terre. So 59 minutes we are in Forte dei Marmi, and here we have Cinque Terre, La Spezia. Ok, 1 second. Sestri Levante, Diano Marina, Levanto, La Spezia. Okay, I'm trying now to understand. Actually, Cinque Terre is here, Portofino. Okay, but anyway, we are not very far from La Spezia and other beautiful seaside destinations. Let's see, La Spezia. How far we are from La Spezia, 1 hour and 24 minutes. But anyway, once we are close to Lucca, I'd say, let's check Florence. Let's check Florence. How long it takes to drive to Florence? 1 hour and 40 minutes. 1 hour and 39. Okay, now let's go a bit of Google Street View. Now, there is one thing that disappointed me about this property, and is the fact that they didn't show any outdoor pictures of the property. First of all, the seller is not disclosing the exact location, because if I go on map here, For privacy reasons, the advertiser has not indicated the exact address. That's fine. Okay. Anyway, we see that we have restaurants, we have bars, we have different type of services. Okay. Different type of shops, for sure, bakeries, butchers. Let's go here. And so let's via Mezzofiano. Let's see if we are able to go through the street where the property is. Obviously, they didn't provide any outdoor pictures, so that will be very hard for me to find out where the property is. Anyway, this is, I think they won't allow me to go down this road. Okay, there are steps here. There are steps, but we can see the beautiful. Oh, I have the door open and I see a big wasp. Anyway, my friends. Okay, this is the town, the village, let's say the hamlet. Probably this is the parking space that they are talking about. Okay, quite big parking space. And down the step, because via Mezzofiano are these steps going down. So the property is probably in this area, but as we see, I see beautiful nature. Then obviously we might go even deeper a bit in the town. Beautiful and fruitful land, beautiful hills, and very, very close to Lucca and quite close to the sea. Okay, my friends, I hope you have enjoyed this video about Tuscany Province. Okay, properties for sale in, Tuscany Region, Lucca Province. Okay, so today is Saturday, and on Monday and Wednesday, if you're interested in this region, you know that I will upload videos about properties for sale in this province, while the other days of the week I show properties for sale a bit all over Italy in other regions like Marche, Abruzzo, Molise, Puglia, Lazio, Umbria. So these are the regions where I'm focusing most. Uh, all right, my friends. It's a lovely, beautiful town. Lovely tower for the church, medieval. Also here we have a medieval historical center, beautiful houses around. And as I told you, from this distance to Lucca, I'd say the prices are much, much higher in this area. Beautiful. I like the view. I like the green. I like the forest, fresh air, olive trees. Okay, my friends, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you here on Italy A Place to Love YouTube channel tomorrow for another property for sale in this beautiful country. Bye!